USS Wisconsin, BB-9, was an Illinois-class pre-dreadnought battleship of the United States Navy. Commissioned in 1901, she served as the flagship of the Pacific Fleet until 1903 and later as the flagship of the Northern Squadron of the Asiatic Fleet. After returning to the United States in 1906, she underwent extensive overhauls and joined the Great White Fleet for its global cruise in 1908 to 1909. She then served with the Atlantic Fleet until 1910 when she was placed in reserve. During World War I, Wisconsin was used as a training ship for cadets from the U.S. Naval Academy and for engine room personnel. She was also assigned to the Coast Battleship Patrol Squadron. After the war, she briefly served with the fleet before being decommissioned in 1920 and eventually sold for scrap in 1922. Wisconsin was the third and final ship of her class. She had a length of 373 feet 10 inches, a beam of 72 feet 3 inches, and a draft of 23 feet 8 inches. With a displacement of up to 12,250 long tons, she was powered by two-shaft triple expansion steam engines and could reach a top speed of 16 knots. Her main battery consisted of 4 13-inch guns, and she also carried a secondary battery of 14 6-inch guns. Throughout her service, Wisconsin participated in various training exercises, conducted gunnery drills, and made visits to numerous ports in the Pacific, East Asia, and the Mediterranean. Her most notable deployment was as part of the Great White Fleet, which aimed to showcase American naval power to deter potential adversaries. The fleet made stops in Hawaii, Australia, the Philippines, Japan, and several other countries. Wisconsin's career highlights include her involvement in negotiations to end the Thousand Days War in Panama, her participation in the Hudson-Fulton celebration, and her transit of the newly completed Panama Canal. However, by the time of her decommissioning, she had become outdated and was sold for scrap. In summary, USS Wisconsin was a pre-dreadnought battleship that served as a flagship, participated in training and diplomatic missions, and was part of the Great White Fleet. Her service spanned from 1901 to 1920 before being sold for scrap.